Hey guys, I got in a new scope to take a look at. This is coming from Firefield, and this is the RapidStrike 1:6x24. Firefield is actually a pretty popular scope manufacturer. You can find their stuff at Cabela's, Bass Pro, Optics Planet, Amazon, a few other retailers. But anyways, I figured we'll do a real quick unboxing of it. We'll go over all the features, specifications, details of it. We'll get it mounted to something, probably head out to the range, test it out, and then get some thoughts on it. I'll just kind of show you around the box here. This is the model right there, FF13070K. Just kind of show you around here. There are a lot of the specifications, it looks like, right there. I won't go over all that, but you can pause and read it if you want to know everything. But let's open this up. Let's see what comes in it. Alright, so we have a manual. Have the scope itself. Looks like some type of sight tool there. And also a little filter. I'll show you what that's for in a minute. Looks like we have another tool here. This is a star-shaped tool. A throw lever and another little tool. That might be an Allen key. And a lens cleaning cloth. And it looks like the scope has some lens covers. Those are flip up or pop up. And then also a cantilever mount already attached. Alright, so here is the RapidStrike. Just going to give you guys some close-ups of it. It is made out of aluminum, has a matte finish on it, and first impressions are actually, it feels very nice. The finish looks very nice. Anodization's perfect. I don't see any type of blemishes or imperfections. We'll check out these caps. Spring open really nicely. Let's pull them off. Kind of look at stuff through here. That's our diopter adjustment. So if you set your yardage and it's a little bit blurry, you can fine tune it here. That actually feels very smooth. No issues at all. That honeycomb lens filter screws in here on this end and kind of serves two purposes. One, if there is a glare or too much light coming in, it can help reduce the amount of light. The second thing is that if somebody were shooting at you, this actually prevents your glass from being seen, so it doesn't like give away your location, because this can be really bright and shiny. Somebody else can see it. So as I mentioned, it's a 1:6, which means it starts at a 1 magnification. And you can turn that. That is very stiff, but they do include that throw lever, but you can turn that and change that to a 6. Give you a quick look of what the glass looks like, what the reticle looks like. It does have red and green illumination. We have our elevation and windage adjustments. These are toolless. You pull up on it. One click is a half MOA. Let's see if it's palpable and audible. Very nice on that. Let's try the windage. And also very nice. And this little tool here, let's say you zero in your scope for 100 yards, but then you need to change it. You do a 400 yard shot or something. You can actually take this and it'll always return you back to where you had it zeroed in at. You can also use the same tool for your battery. And you kind of have to use a tool for this battery door. And there is a battery in it already. And that is a CR2032. I don't know how well that's showing up, but that's the size and one's included. Don't know how well you can see that, but there is an O-ring seal around this, and then there's multiple O-rings inside of the scope itself. It is IP67, waterproof and dustproof rated. It has a 30 millimeter tube, and the objective lens is your 24 millimeters. This is a second focal plane scope, and it is rated to withstand recoil up to a 338. The scope is very compact at 9.8 inches in length. It is 2.4 inches at its widest spot, and total height is under 2 inches. Grab a weight on it as it is like this. We're at 19.6 ounces, and that's obviously with the cantilever mount. You know, add on your lens covers and stuff like that, you're just over 20 ounces. Quickly show you guys that throw lever. It is some type of aluminum as well. You have your screw right there that you can back out to loosen this up, and then also this will pop out to give you even more clearance to slide that over and then tighten it back down. So yeah, you just get it on there like that, and then use that little Allen key and tighten that down on it. And if you end up using the throw lever, have the 3 holes in the lever lined up with about the number 2 on the magnification here. That way when you grab it, it'll allow you for full rotation to the 6. Let's go ahead and take a look at that reticle and the illumination on it. You can see it is a circle dot, and that's supposed to be basically between like 100 and 200 yards, anything there. And then the first line below it's like 300 yards, the second line's 400, and that last line is for 500 yards. And then let me go ahead and flip this on and see what it looks like. Okay, that's our red, and then we have 5 brightness levels on each color, and it's a positive stop. Like when you turn it, it actually clicks and stops on each level. That should be the brightest, I think, on red. And then we're back off, and then now we're on green. That glass is very clear, and again, this table's only like a foot away. And I will show you guys this outside, but I just want to show you what the colors look like. So I think I've went over most of the technical stuff on it. We're going to get it mounted to a rifle and then get out to the range and try it out here. And just so everyone knows, I'm working with a safe rifle, and by adding a scope to this rifle, it does not modify or alter the rifle in any way. It doesn't make it do anything different than what it was originally designed to do. You know, having a scope come with the mount already installed is pretty nice. You hope that from the factory they have everything level, everything that saves you time. I would make sure that you torque down your screws up here right. All right, no troubles getting that mounted. It's in a good position for my eye relief. I think they say it's around 4 inches or so, but I just shouldered it and it looks perfect for me. I've had people ask on other videos if you can run one of those filters on there plus your lens cover, and you definitely can. No problem at all. All right, guys, out at the range this morning with that RapidStrike 1-6x24. I'm going to get it sighted in. Probably put close to 100 rounds or so through it. Make sure there aren't any issues at all with anything. I'll try to get you guys a view of kind of what I'm looking at. The iPhone usually doesn't do a very good job, but I'll still try for you. So that there is just the 1 power. And I don't know how well that's showing up on camera, but it is not completely plumb there with the reticle. So I will have to make a few adjustments on that. I was hoping it would come from the factory completely ready to go, but can you see how that kind of goes at a little bit of a slant? So I just need to turn the scope just a little bit. And that is the 6 times magnification. Hope you guys can see how, I mean, that glass is crystal clear. That's probably some of the nicest glass I've ever looked through. Alright, so I've had a chance to use this Firefield RapidStrike and just want to share some of my thoughts with you guys on it. You know, the overall build quality on it is superb. The fit and finish is fantastic. The glass on it is some of the clearest glass that I've ever seen on a scope. I personally don't do a lot of shooting at dawn and dusk, but I do like that it has that illuminated reticle. And I also like the fact that the reticle is always there. That way, like if the battery were to die or something, you can still use the scope. I like that the turrets are large and locking. I like that they're audible and palpable, so you can really know when you're making adjustments. I like that they include this large magnification ring lever here, this throw lever. Makes it real easy to make adjustments so that you don't have to lose your sight picture. You know, let's say you're set up and you need to be able to like zoom in. You don't need to pull your face away. It's this throw lever is so long and huge here that it makes it super easy to change out. I like that it includes this cantilever mount, and the fact that it was already mounted in it was a bonus as well. A couple small things I didn't like, and they're pretty minor. One was that it wasn't completely plumb or vertical, and I didn't realize it till I got out to the range, and then I could see it then on the target that it was kind of slanted from high left to low right, just a little bit. Wasn't a huge deal, and I did have the box and the tools and stuff with me to make those adjustments. And the second thing is this throw lever. I like it once it's mounted, but it was kind of awkward. I was actually kind of afraid that I was going to like really mar up the finish here, because it's obviously two pieces, and then you have to take this screw out of the throw lever, and then you have to kind of separate it and then try to like slide it over, and then try to open it up more to like slide it into position here. And then you have to kind of like figure out how to get the screw back in, and then this thing to slide over top this other thing. It was a little bit wonky, and who knows, maybe I was just doing it wrong, but it didn't really say anything in the manual about it. And again, though, it did not scratch the finish at all, and it only took me maybe a minute at the most to put it on there. So I told you they're available at Bass Pro, Cabela's, Optics Planet, quite a few online retailers. They're all about the same price. I pulled up the Amazon price right now. So at the time of me recording, they're $150. And in my opinion, it's an absolute steal at that price. They do go on sale, I think, even cheaper than that occasionally, but even at $150, definitely worth it. I've had some Bushnell 1-6x24s that were near $300, and this is better than what those Bushnells were. You know, with this 1-6, you can use this in like close quarter type stuff, but then you can also go out to a few hundred yards. So yeah, it's a really good quality scope at an affordable price. But alright guys, if you found the video helpful or informative in any way, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And that's going to be it on this one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.